Hello, my strange and charmed ones, and welcome back to my channel for another video. I am coming at you midweek this week because you may have noticed I was on vacation last week and I didn't get a video up on Sunday, so I apologize for that. But I wanted to make sure I get my video up because I've got some really awesome videos that I've been working on and planning that I want to make sure that I get out to you guys in a timely fashion. So first of all, if you're watching this video and you're like, Alexis, something looks slightly different about you, but I'm not sure what it is, just gonna tell you, it's my glasses. I cannot find my normal glasses, so I am wearing my Warby Parker glasses. If you like these, I have a link down in my description box for where you can go for Warby Parker. These are called the Thatcher, but I don't think they make them anymore. I'm not sure, you'd have to check with them. I think they make them for like sunglasses, but not regular glasses. So I just wanted to point that out in case you're looking at me going, there's something different about her today, but I can't put my finger on it. It's my glasses. I'm also wearing like a sweatshirt today, and I'm filming on my computer because I have a couple of videos I need to film today, and my camera died, like camera battery died, so I had to charge it. So I just thought this video was actually so simple. I'm like, you know what, it's simple, it's straightforward, let me just do it like vlog style in front of the computer and it'll work. I will get my point across and everything will be good. So essentially this video, as you can see from the title of the video, is actually the first video in a new series that I'm creating for you guys that's all about functional planning. Now, within the planning community, I feel like there's a lot of different sects of planning. There are people who are pretty planners. There are people who like to decorate or like to use their planner as a scrapbook. And then there's people who really like to use their planner for productivity, which is what I do. So I thought, you know what? I get so many questions on how I use my planner. Even though I've done plenty of planner videos, I feel like my planner system is always like slightly changing. So I think it's good to give you guys updates. And I do get a lot of questions about functional planning and, you know, using stickers in my planner. And if you follow me on other, social media platforms, you may know that I do use my own stickers from my shop. And they're more like functional stickers than pretty stickers. Yes, they're pretty. They're like my style. They're my branding. They're like totally on point for me. But they're first and foremost functional. I don't have a lot of stickers that I use that are purely decorative. Most of my stickers have like a purpose for organizing my life in my planner. So this concept of functional planning is really key to me and my productivity. And I really wanted to start a series on it and kind of walk you guys through how I think about planning and what I use and the choices that I make. The choices that you might make may be different, but at least you can kind of see my point of view and what I'm doing, and hopefully that'll be helpful. I think it will be. And I think that a lot of you out there are really going to enjoy this series. So I'm very excited to get it kicked off. Now, today is less about getting into the planners and more about getting into planning theory. Okay, I think I got my camera worked out. My computer just likes to move a lot because it's a laptop and it's on a stand and it's not very secure. So today's video is the 5 reasons you're not finding planner peace, which I feel like first and foremost, when it comes to functional planning, you kind of have to have a system, right, that works for you. In order for you to get down into the nitty gritty and actually start planning your day, you need to find that very elusive planner piece that I feel like is one of the biggest reasons why people aren't getting more done with their planners or aren't feeling super satisfied with their planners. So today's video, like I said, a little bit more chatty. I'm going to run down the 5 reasons I see why people aren't finding planner peace. Give you a little bit of history. I feel like I've reached such an accomplishment. I have been in true planner peace since this summer when I came out with my Charmed Life planner inserts, okay? So I had previously found planner peace, I thought. I think it was back in like the fall of 2014. I did a video on like planning nirvana, I think it was called. And that system worked really well for me in my Filovax for a few months. But unfortunately, my life changed, my business changed, circumstances changed for me, and the way that I needed to plan changed. And so I fell into disarray because I lost that planner piece and feeling like my system was working for me. So if anyone has heard this term planner piece and isn't sure what it means, to me, the phrase planner piece just means that you have confidence in your planning system, and you're using a planner regularly to get things done. And honestly, you're at peace with it. Best way to say it, planner peace. You're at peace with your system. You feel like it's working and you trust it. Most importantly is when you have planner peace, you trust your system. You're using it, you know your system works, and you trust it, right? So you know it's going to keep you on point because you found planner peace. Okay, so what are these 5 reasons that I find that many people don't find planner peace, or they think they have it, or they have it for a little while and it doesn't last? The first reason I find that people can't achieve planner peace, the first reason you may not be achieving planner peace for yourself, and something that definitely applied to me as well, is number 1, you may not be using a complete planning system. Now, what I mean by this is a lot of times I think, and especially when I first got started on the planner community online, I was looking at a lot of people's systems and a lot of people's planners, and I was taking bits and pieces that I liked from different people. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem was I wasn't building myself a complete system that worked. And, you know, part of that was maybe the size of the planner I was using. I was using a personal size planner back then when I first lost my planner piece. So personal size planners, if you have a lot going on and you need a lot of info in your planner, then you may find that a personal size planner may not be able to hold everything that you need, right? In that sort of case, a lot of times I feel like people go to a secondary planner. They might get a second or a third planner. In my case, I did use a second, like A5 planner for organizing documents, but that still wasn't really doing it for me. But the thing is with me, and I get asked about this a lot, is, I really do think that to find planner peace, one planner should be enough for you. For me, one planner is enough for me because I'm using a complete system. And that's one of the things that really makes my Charmed Life planner a little bit different. And to give you an idea of what I mean by a complete system, if you guys have not seen my Charmed Life planner before, I have in my Charmed Life planner a complete system as far as I'm concerned. It has month on 2 pages. Then after the months, I have a page that is my master monthly task list. Then I have a page that is my master expense sheet. And then after that, I have my week on 2 pages. And within my week on 2 pages, I have areas for my top 3 and areas for me to make lists or add any sort of information, a schedule, notes, whatever I need. So this is what I'm talking about, a complete system. I have a number of inserts that all work together, that all fit my needs. And this is why I really feel like I found planner peace with this Charmed Life planner insert that I have, which is a printable planner insert. This is not something I print and ship to you guys. It is printable. You buy the inserts, you print them out at home on 8.5 by 11 paper, cut them, punch them to fit in whatever planner you use. I'm using a spiral planner right now because I have a cinch machine and I was able to make my own. But if you see what I'm talking about, I've got a complete planner system. And going beyond that, even just beyond my calendar pages, in this planner, I have a whole project planning section where I have my projects broken out on a calendar, and I have project planning pages. I'll show you guys those as well. So I've got project planning pages that also help me to break down my tasks. I have blog post trackers. I've got YouTube video trackers. I've got general task trackers, and I've got a whole section for notes in the back. So I really have built myself a planner that is a complete system. So this is complete system for me. Soup to nuts, everything I really need planning wise is in here. Now, of course, I do keep another notebook, right, to keep extemporaneous notes in, but this planning system is complete. It's housed in one book, um, and it works for me. So this is what I'm talking about. Really needing to find a complete planner system. If you feel like you've got like random inserts in your planner and they're not all speaking to each other and they're not all filling your needs, or you feel like you're missing inserts that you really need, this is one of the reasons you may not have planner piece, because you just don't have that complete system. So consider that when you're looking for your planner piece and looking for your inserts and trying to build that planner that works for you, that one of the main reasons you may not be finding planner piece is because your system is not complete. Okay, so the second reason you may not be achieving planner piece is very simple. You may have shiny object syndrome. Okay, so if you've never been acquainted with this term, shiny object syndrome is basically when you're the type of person that you see what other people are using, and you might have a system you're using and you see what other people are using and you go, "Oh, I want that. Oh, I want that instead. Oh, this will be better for me." It's almost like the grass is greener on the other side of the street sort of thing. You always see other people's planners and think that they're better than yours. And you always want to kind of, do what their other people are doing. So what ends up happening with shiny object syndrome is that, let's be honest, there's a lot of great planning systems out there in the world, right? And some great planner systems that I'm sure have yet to come into existence. But like many things in life, there's a lot of great options out there, but you don't need to have all of them. And not every option works for every person, and that's okay. Now, when you have shiny object syndrome and you're seeing what other people are doing and you're like, "Oh, I want to do that instead," one of the issues there is that you're not really giving your own system a chance, right? So you are constantly kind of being distracted by options. And just as a person who is like in business and just like a generally successful person in life, I will tell you, being distracted by options is like the worst thing that you could ever do. Like you could ever do to yourself. It's like the worst torture you can ever subject yourself to, because it is a never-ending loop, to be completely honest. So if you notice that this is something that you have going on in your own life, that you've got shiny object syndrome, I think the best way to deal with this is to just acknowledge it. Like, say to yourself, "You know what? This is me to a T. This describes me." And what ends up happening is every time you see another person's system, you have to actually like have an honest like conversation with yourself and say, "Look, you have shiny object syndrome," almost like an addict, right? You're like a planner addict. You might be going after other people's systems because you're addicted to what's new and what's shiny and what's different. So just like an addict, like someone who maybe was like, a drug addict, if they were, put into a situation where they were near drugs or had the option to like touch a drug or like do a drug, they'd have to tell themselves, "No, I have to have self-control." So it's the same thing with like planners. They're like a drug, you guys. They're just a really legal one. I'm just joking. This is not like supposed to joke on like serious addiction, issues. But I think you guys know what I'm talking about. If you have shiny object syndrome, you're not going to find planner piece. Okay. So the third reason you may not be achieving planner piece, okay, kind of going along with the shiny object syndrome, but a little bit more complicated, is that you may be relying on the opinions of other people that have different priorities. Now, this is something that I see very often in my own community. I know I have a lot of followers, a lot of people watch my planner videos, and a lot of people, I always get asked, "Can you do a video showing us exactly how you plan your day? Can you show us like exactly how you break things down and things like that?" I will probably end up doing that in this series to demonstrate how I functionally plan for you guys. But the thing you have to keep in mind is that the way that I'm planning and using my system is going to be different than the way you're going to plan and use your system. Even if we're using the same system, the way that you approach the system may very well be different, because you and I most likely have different priorities. Every single individual in the world has different priorities. And that's why I can say that with confidence. There are no two people who have the exact priorities, right? That's the beauty of the human race. We're very diverse. So if you are looking to me, or looking to another planner person or planner guru on YouTube or on Instagram or anywhere else, and thinking that you can just replicate what they're doing and it'll work for you, that's kind of a fallacy, because what I'm using and the way I'm using it are going to be based on my priorities. So you really need to kind of drown out what other people are doing and saying and kind of listen to your own intuition and listen to your own priorities and values in order to figure out what really works for you. Okay, so that's another reason why you may not be achieving planner peace, unfortunately. The fourth reason you may not be achieving planner peace is that you may value form over function. Now, this basically means that you may be looking for a pretty planner as opposed to a functional planner. Now, again, this kind of goes with shiny object syndrome, kind of goes with, the idea of using other people's opinions, but really what this is about, the crux of this issue is just that, if you're not finding planner peace and you're not necessarily trying to find it, you're probably not going to find it, okay? Because if you just want a planner to be a scrapbook for you, then you're going to be approaching your planning differently than someone who's approaching from a functional planning point of view, like I am. So that's a reason why you may not be finding planner peace. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with this, right? If that's what you want, if that's what you value, if that's your priority to have a pretty planner with all the pretty bits and bobs and the washi and the stickers and all of the great additives that you can put in a planner to make it yours and make it special and make it beautiful, there's nothing wrong with that. But again, you have to acknowledge that you're valuing the form over the function. I know as someone who is type A, I'm definitely one of those people that if I make a mistake in my planner, it's freak out, right? Because I need to get the white out. I need to cover it up because I do want my planner to look pretty. I want it to all look uniform because I'm type A, right? So I completely understand that need to want your planner to look pretty. But I do think there's even a higher level to that where you're saying, you know what, I just want my planner to be filled with stickers and maybe just a few lists, but mostly it's stickers and washi tape. And, you're sitting there at the end of the week or the end of the month going, why didn't I get anything done? Maybe it was because you valued where the washi tape was more so than you valued the content and the planning that you were supposed to be doing in the planner. Again, when I say supposed to be, it's all based on your values. So if you want a planner that you just fill with stickers, go ahead. But that's another reason why your planning system may not be working for you. You may not be achieving goals or getting things done or being productive because, you're just not valuing that with your planner. You just have to be honest with yourself to either embrace what you really want, if it's really the form over the function. Embrace it, totally live it. Don't feel bad that you don't have planner peace because you have the form over the function maybe. But if you do want the function, this is where you have to be honest with yourself and acknowledge where you need to make the changes. Okay, now the fifth and final reason you may not be achieving planner peace. Okay, you guys ready for this? Your issue may not be the planner. The issue may be productivity. Okay, so what I mean by that is your planner system may be complete. It all might be there, but you may be lacking the discipline and the knowledge and the skills of planning, of functional planning, to apply to your planner so that you're using it to get things done. Now, part of this, I think, is that I feel like a lot of people in the community, I feel like I see this a lot, that people get a planner because they feel disorganized, they want to be productive, they want to feel like they've got a pretty planner that's functional as well. They buy a planner and they think, okay, I've got this planner, I'm going to write some things down in it and I'm going to be organized. Well, a planner isn't a magical solution. Just owning it, me just having this, doesn't make me more productive. It may make me feel like I've got my act together, but I actually have to use it. I have to go into this every day. I have to plan on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. I have to check, what I'm doing against my goals. I have to track things. So having a planner in and of itself is not a solution to productivity. And if you feel like, you are not equipped with the skills for productivity, that is a major reason why you may be feeling like you don't have planner peace. Now, when it comes to that, I do have a few options for you guys. Number one, obviously the point of this series is going to be to kind of show you guys how to use your planner more productively and how to integrate functional planning into your planning process, teaching you how to do it. I also have a productivity masterclass that I sell over in my shop. I will leave it linked down below. It's a very cost-effective class. It's about 2.5 hours, I believe, of video where I'm basically teaching lecture style. And it also includes a number of downloads and worksheets for you to follow along, and just different things that you can actually start learning and implementing the different skills and different productivity tips that I am sharing with you in the course. So if you would like to take my productivity master class, yeah, it's called the Productivity and Planning Masterclass because it does involve, we do talk about planners a little bit in there. So definitely check that out. If you feel like your issue is not the planner itself, you think it's your own knowledge, your own discipline, your own skill at using the planner that is lacking, definitely check that out. Okay. So those are the 5 reasons that you may not be achieving planner peace. I definitely want to hear about your situation, how you're feeling. If you agree with these tips, if you feel like there's other reasons that I maybe missed or skipped over, I want to hear about your journey to planner peace down in the comments. So please let me know. Do you feel like any of these apply to you? If so, which ones? And if, again, if there's something else I missed, please let me know your situation because, you know, as someone whose job it really is to help people be more productive, right? I help people work smarter, not harder. I want to know what your struggles are so that I can help you create solutions either through videos or products or something in the future. You know, I'm really here to help and be a resource, but I can only help if I know what the problem is, right? So let me know your situation down below. And feel free to leave me topics that you might want covered in this series. I do have a few videos planned, but I feel like it's going to be more than what I've planned so far. And it's really probably going to be, you know, a lot of input from you that's going to basically guide me on what I'm going to be showing you guys in this series. So I can't wait to teach you guys more about functional planning. And I hope that you guys found this video informative and you're excited about the series. If you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Okay, give this video a thumbs up. It's very helpful for me. And of course, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button for more awesome videos by me. And until next time, you guys, bye-bye.